Hello and Happy New Year, my friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Today is January 2nd, 2025. I know I'm a day late in sharing this, but I took a few days off and they were much needed and appreciated. And I am back. So today we're talking about my word of the year. I'm kind of going to go and review all the way to 2013 and share my previous words and why I chose them. And then I will share this year's. God did give me my word this year. That's right, you read that title right. God gave me my word of the year. I had prayed for clarity, and I could hear him clearly say this word to me. I've already alluded to you what my word was, but this is the why, the how, and how I'm going to approach the year of 2025 to include this word into my daily life. Let me do a real quick review of the words that I've had to be my word of the year over the last few years. In 2013, it was KISS, K-I-S-S. It stood for Keep It Simple, Silly Head. In 2013, we were moving into our new home, and I knew that simplicity was going to be my guide, and it pretty much was. Our lives got complicated because there was more neighbors and kids got involved in more things in school, but we kept it simple, and family remained top of my priority list. 2014 was balance. That year, I was striving for balance between work and home and finding my heart where it needed to be, which was in my faith. And I guess about that time of my life, I was also discovering I explored other spiritual aspirations, I should say, outside of just my faith in God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. I began to check out and investigate different theories, and I don't know, it was a time for me to learn balance, and it ended up going right back to Christ. In 2015, my word was abundance. In 2016, it was change. I was seeking change in my career and preparing for changes in our home, as we had one child who was going to be transferring from her junior year into her senior in the upcoming school year. In 2017, I started out with the word chances, but it changed into intentions. And that's the one thing about choosing a word for your year, is to be intentional in choosing it, but also learning to be flexible and realize that sometimes the words we choose at the beginning of the year is not the words that we end up focusing on the end of the year. We either evolved and grew from that word and moved on, or it just wasn't suitable at that time for us. 2018, my word was joy. In 2019, I started out with a year with a focus word of love, and it changed through the year to unapologetically, as I strived in my life to be as unapologetically as I could have been. 2020 was fearless. That word was chosen before the big pandemic really hit the United States, and I had to learn to be fearless like many of you. 2021, it was celebrate. That was the same year our daughter got married. We lost my husband, welcomed our granddaughter into this world. I learned how to celebrate life for what it is, a gift. I'd almost lost my own life to COVID, but overcame that. Lost the love of my life, but learned what a gift he was to me and my life, and how blessed I was to be honored to be his wife for 26 and a half years. 2022, I do not remember. I honestly don't. If it pops up on my Facebook memories, I will share it on a community tab in the new year. I'm not really sure what it was. 2022 probably was healing, is my guess, if I had to guess, because I still needed a lot of healing to do in my own life. 2023, I chose rise. I wanted to rise up from the ashes and start living life again. 2024 was wonder. I wanted to invite the spirit of wonder into my life, that childlike amazement that most adults can't experience again on their own. I was seeing life through my granddaughter's eyes, which was amazing, and still is very amazing. She's quite the spunky little girl. Her sister is just as spunky. If you're wanting inspiration, I will link up my video from late December of 2023, where I went into detail on how to select your word of the year with the list of 100 words that you could select for inspiration in choosing your word of the year. That will be linked up in the cards above and in the description box below. Now, without further ado, let's talk about 2025's word. I've already given clues as to my word of the year, and it is yes. Yep, that's my word. A simple word. But for me, it's the action of the yes that isn't so simple. Do you know how many times I use no compared to yes? I say no to opportunities that could have been life-changing for me. I've said no to dates with my significant other. I've had a history of saying no to even my husband before he passed. No to dates, no to dinner parties with friends, no to coffee dates with friends and possibly future clients, no to creative endeavors. Not because I didn't want any of these things in my life, but I said no out of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, fear of just missing out, fear of the unknown. I've allowed fear to hold me back for far too long, and by allowing myself to say yes more often, I hope to open up the door to new opportunities. So much so that I'm going to set out to purposely say yes at least once a day. I'm going to document my yes journey. I'm hoping that this will be the most amazing year possible by allowing more to flow into my life without blocking the blessings by my usual no. However, saying no more often than yes can create both limitations and opportunities, depending on the context and balance. Here is a closer look at the potential limitations it can create in your life by saying no. Missed opportunities. How many opportunities have I missed out on? Growth. Saying no too often may prevent you from stepping out of your comfort zone. Missing opportunities for personal, professional, or spiritual growth. Missed opportunities in relationships. Declining invitations or offers can limit your ability to build or deepen relationships with others. And that's one thing I realize I'm missing out on because I'm not saying yes enough. I'm turning people away, unintentionally, but I am. Stagnation. Change. Consistently saying no to new experiences can lead to a life of routine and predictability, which might feel safe, but can become stagnant. Creativity. Refusing challenges or ideas may stifle creative thinking and problem solving. And I don't know about you, but I do not do well when my creativity is stifled. The weeks that I was working on a case and could not do videos for you guys, I felt like something was missing, and it was. I was missing that opportunity to share from my heart. So I'm going to do better on that come this upcoming year, on finding ways to still be creative while working and providing for my family. Third is perceived unavailability. Perceived. Community impact. Others may perceive you as unavailable, detached, or uninterested, which could create barriers to collaboration or connection. And that is where I said that I was lacking the most, is I don't want my significant other to feel I'm uninterested in him and what he wants to bring to the table. I'm very much so. I just have a hard time saying yes, or allowing someone to take care of me is one of my biggest downfalls. So I'm going to say yes more often. Support. You might miss chances to be part of something bigger or to support others in meaningful ways. How many times are we saying no to something that could lead to supporting others in their dreams and in their life and their endeavors, just by saying one little word, no? Limited faith-building experiences. God's call. Saying no too often can mean resisting God's invitations to trust Him in new ventures or take leaps of faith. Yes, that is something that I need to work on, is saying yes more often to God. Spiritual blessings. Many blessings come from stepping into the unknown, where faith grows stronger. I think back to a time where my husband had said, jump in the truck, we're going somewhere. And I wanted to ask where, I wanted to know the details, and he would not tell me. And I was frustrated and sitting in the front of the truck, and the kids were in the back, and I was trying to keep my cool. But I was ticked off because he wouldn't give me any information. Well, he was taking us to this little indoor fun park. For the kids, there was bowling and skating and video games and all kinds of stuff. We had a blast and stopped at the farmer's market on the way home. It was probably one of the best weekends that we had had in a long time. And I would have stifled that by saying no, but he did not give me a chance. I think he was fed up with me saying no all the time. I kind of need someone in my life who's not going to accept no for an answer. Hint, hint, if you're listening. Balancing no and yes. While saying yes can open doors, saying no has its benefits too, such as maintaining boundaries and avoiding burnout. The key is discernment, knowing when God is leading you to say yes to opportunities and when a no aligns with His will. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. How we choose between yes and no should align with our values, purpose, and what God places on our hearts. Where are you finding balance in your own life? I have a few of my resolutions that I'm wanting to say yes to this year, and I thought I would share them with you. I wasn't sure I was going to, but you know what? I don't have them listed. I thought I had them on a note. That will have to be a video coming up. So stay tuned for those. I probably don't have them all listed because I'm not 100% sure yet what my focus is besides saying yes more often. That is my main thing. I take my word, and that is my main focus for the whole year. So I am going to say yes, but more times than I would normally say no. As soon as my mind triggers to no, I'm going to flip it and say yes. At least the first few times, just to train my brain to start thinking that yes is okay. It's hard for me to realize that yes is okay. It is okay to get help from people. It is okay to say yes. I want a Starbucks. Bring me a Starbucks. It's okay to say yes. I'm gonna lay around today. That was my yes yesterday. I pretty much relaxed all day long. I said no to videos. I didn't create what I wanted to create in my mind, but I said yes to relaxing, and it did my heart and my body so much good. And I am ready to face this year head on, saying yes as often as I can. Do you have a word of the year? If you do, I would love to hear your word and maybe your why you chose that word. If you want to leave it in the comments below, or you can send me a message on Facebook or Instagram if you like. All that information is down in the description box, so how to contact me. And I will see you guys tomorrow for our Bible study. So I'll see you at 9 live. Come join me. I'll talk to y'all then. Bye.